We are citing our images for our presentation with MLA, and here's the tutorial on how to do that. So based on this project, I'm scrolling down to the step where I have citations, and if I click right here, I can see how the format's supposed to be. So you can see that it's the username, name of the picture, and that's italicized. This is italicized. Of course, that's the website. All this other stuff needs to be in there. So what I like to do is copy this whole thing into the citation slide and then just change this and this if the dates are all the same. Let me demonstrate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to download the sample slide, which is right here, and I'm going to put this on the desktop. Now you could open it up in PowerPoint. I'm going to double click it and I'll just pretend I'm in PowerPoint, or again in this case I don't have PowerPoint on this machine, so it just opens it up. And I'm copying this line as a sample. And now I'm going to go over to my Google Slides, and I'm going to go to my last slide, and I have to have a title at the top that says Works Cited. So I'll come over here to the text tool, and I'm going to type Work Cited. Now I don't see it because it's black. And I'll go over here, change the color to white. I'm going to make it bigger because I want it to really stand out. It needs to be a heading, and I'm going to then shrink this down. I want it to be centered on the slide. That, I'll click over here and center it. That looks pretty good. I can move this up or down, click on the border here. And then this box is going to have all my citations in there. And depending on how many images I have, I mean, I may have a lot of citations. But I'm just going to paste in the sample right here. Now first thing, there's all this extra space. I want to delete that. And I don't want it to be on 2 lines. It should be on 1 line. And so I'm going to reduce the size to 12 or 14, and I'm going to align it to the left. There, it all fits on 1 line, so that works really well. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, so it's 14, I'll just leave it there. And that should be fine. Now, the most important thing is, this is going to be the username at Flickr. Delete this whole thing and type the username. This will be the name of the picture at Flickr. Now, that's, of course, if you got the images from Flickr. You can see here I have this cited as Flickr. This is not the right date. I'm going to put the date that I actually got the pictures on. Now, if you got it on 2 different days, just pick a day. I mean, if it's close enough. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy and paste this whole line. So I'm going to hit Return or Enter and just paste this the number of times I have pictures. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look at my downloaded pictures. And if I look here, I'd save them with the date, the username, because this is how I alphabetize it. Then the website, username, the name of the picture, and then the website. So not all of these are from Flickr. A couple are from Amazon because they're copywritten material that I wanted to get from Amazon. So essentially, I'm going to leave these all Flickr, but once I've done all the naming of all this stuff and then the name of the picture, then I'll go in and I'll switch the Flickrs to Amazon depending on where they are alphabetically as I do this. So what I'm saying is this Brent Soderberg, I would go over here, and let's make this a little bit smaller. If I can see both at the same time, because they're in order alphabetically, because of the way they're named here, that saves me a lot of time, and I just come in here and keep it uppercase and lowercase based on how it was on the website. So Brent, and the space, just leave the space in there again, exactly how it looked. If they had a space on the website, put the space in there. So there it is, the punctuation, the period stays there. And then the name of the picture is going to be football, but it's a lowercase because that's the way it was on the website, and notice it's italicized. Be careful of copying and pasting because you might lose the formatting. But that has to be there, this has to be italicized, the punctuation has to stay, and now I just keep doing that for the rest of my images. Now over here I only have 5. I just clone this as many times as I wanted, but if I only had 5, I would only have 5 citations here. So in review, the photographer name is the username at Flickr, or in the case of Amazon, it would be the creator's name, so the company that made it, or the copyright holder, it could be the publisher or something like that. Just place that there. And then the picture name, a lot of the stuff at Amazon, it doesn't have a name, so you can give it one. And then of course, then put Amazon if it's here. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's how you do your works cited slide. And again, remember this needs to be at the top. These need to be alphabetical by the username, or in this case, the photographer name. And then make sure you save your work.